Okay. All right, internet. I see you acting up. I'm gonna try to look at the camera or directly into the camera. So I got my stepdad's hat on today. As y'all know, my stepdaddy did die last month. You said I was the sweetest thing. Even said I was that girl of your dreams. Hello, viewer. So, oh, bye. Uh-oh. So, surprise, I'm going to the studio this week with this track. I have a song called Fire, just in case you were missing last May when I dropped my first song that I wrote. Actually, I don't know if that was the first one that I wrote, but it was like the first one that I really felt like I needed to record. And it was for me, and it was my birthday month. And I was like, let me let these niggas know. Because that's what it's about. You know, that's what that song is about. I literally took a piece of every single relationship I ever had and put it in that song. So I'm excited to record that. I really am. All right. So today we have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands to me represents hard work, effort that you need to put in order to sustain something. So, like, okay, the Six of Wands is like public recognition and, like, you know, like, I guess being recognized for your work, for your efforts, for your power, for your gifts, for everything that you have been doing. You come riding in and you're like, yeah, I am the boss. Okay. So when it comes to the Seven of Wands, it's like, well, how do you keep that position? And I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday, just in regards to doing the thing that you need to do in order to secure the bag that you're looking to sustain, you know, this thing that you want to get. Oh, no. So I'm trying to buy this beat for I Am Joy. And the dude is like, oh, I might have to remake it. That's fine because I want to put some bass in there. So I need to just ask him if when he remakes it, if I could listen to it. All right. So I am calling in the support of my angels, ancestors, guides, ascended masters, my heavenly Father, my creator who lives in me. Hallelujah. I honor and see myself. I agree to find the path, stay the course, trust the process, and enjoy the journey. Amen, amen, amen. I don't even have any words for that yet, but I'm working on it. You said I was the sweetest thing. Even said I was the girl of your dreams. Wouldn't take no for an answer. You said you had to have me for your private dancer. But what's love got to do with it? Cause you hit me with the stoner real quick. Couldn't be a big man. Cause a grown woman you don't understand. I tried to get you this fire. Tried to. Little dummy. But you know what? Like, and honestly, I think every season is going to give us an understanding of ourselves in regards to relationships, you know, because that's really how you grow. That's really how you transition, is how you relate to others. So I've learned a lot, you know, through my relationships. Like, none of them I would go back to and do again. But I learned so much about myself, even in the retrospection, like as I've done my healing work in the last 3 years, using those relationships to really pinpoint what it is about me and men and just how I looked at them to figure out why my shit was so fucked up. It's been a blessing. All right. So today, actually, I'm going to play Our Love by Natalie Cole. That's what I'm going to play on today. And what do we want to know in regards to the Seven of Wands? What kind of hard work is it going to take to sustain this thing, or to bring it in? Because I know, like, not everybody did what they were supposed to do in regards to go and pick up their bag. Now, I saw a friend of mine go ahead and propose to his girlfriend and she became his fiance. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of activity that I'm talking about. Like, if you really want something or somebody, you're going to have to do things that you are afraid to do to get it. Okay. So, like, in regards to the Seven of Wands, what kind of work is it going to take on our part to sustain what it is that we have now gone to go secure? If you went to go secure your bag, if you didn't, prepare for a tower moment. All right. Start with the playing cards. I love. Hello, viewer. I love. What is the sea? I love. And we'll always be together. So I also have something else I want to say, and I feel some type of way about it because I've never wanted to like do this, but I know in looking at my chart and working with the business, what the fuck is she called? Astrological business consultant. Okay. She told me that part of my work is like twin flame stuff. And I'm like, fuck that shit. Because I feel like, and I've said this before, so many people get wrapped up in trying to become one, trying to get into union, that they totally forget about their individual journey, which is what brings them to union. But I have noticed that the cards that I've been pulling the last few days or even like the last week or so seem like they are directly associated with like divine masculine. And I'm not surprised because, and I'm not going to be that woman that's like, they're stupid. They're just behind, you know, and they really need some help. I don't know where the person is that is going to help these men get where they're supposed to be, but I feel like the cards that I'm pulling are kind of associated with that energy and what they're not doing right. So just like I said, not going to go get the bag. That's not doing what you need to do in order for you to become who you need to be, in order for you to get into union, because your divine feminine counterpart is tired of your bullshit. She's not going to keep waiting. Like, let me tell you a story, as I tend to do. So this morning, my daughter, whenever I open up the garage, so last night, whenever I closed the garage, I noticed that her bike was outside. And I guess I got in doing something, and so I wasn't paying attention. So I just closed the garage. Well, this morning, the bike wasn't where I left it outside. So I was like, "Did you go get that bike last night?" And she was like, yeah, it's in the garage. I'm like, I'm looking around the garage. I don't see the bike. And so I said, somebody took that bike because you left it out. And she was like, no. Now that didn't happen. The neighbor had pushed it next to the house. But that's what happens. So just like I was talking about that yesterday, if you do not go and get this bag, you do not rise into your power or become who you're supposed to be in order for you to secure this woman or this situation, somebody else is going to take it. Okay. Somebody else is going to take it. So she got scared. So I bet you from now on, she's going to put her bike in the garage. So, like I was saying, what are you going to do in order to secure this exclusivity? Because people are tired of waiting, you know? Like, I saw several people who were like, I'm not finna keep waiting on this man. I'm wasting my life. One of my friends, I think I have a picture of her somewhere, but one of my friends, she was dating this guy. Oh, I probably don't have it over here. Yes, I do. This is her. Her name's Amy. She's my best friend from high school. So she was dating this guy, and years later, I started dating his friend. And when they broke up, she just told me, she was like, I feel like I wasted my prime years on him. I wasted my prime years on him. And I can understand that. And so yesterday, my girlfriend was like, I'm just not going to keep wasting my time, keep wasting my energy waiting on him to make a decision. And I'm like, I totally understand that. And I can feel that, because this is the moment for us us women, those of us who are aligning or associating with the divine feminine, to step out and to go, leave, stop waiting. And this is how I always see it, because the people I talk to, I always see them. It's like if your masculine is inside of a pit, okay, you're standing next to it, begging him to come out. Won't you please heal? Won't you please join me out here in the sunshine? No, because the thing about it is, as long as he can still see you, he's not going to make the movement that needs to be made. You've got to go. The bag has to find legs and walk away. And that's how I see it. All right. So, yes. How do we want to start this conversation on the Seven of Wands? And I don't know why I just felt like I needed to say that today, but I just got to come clean with y'all. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing twin flame stuff, and I really didn't want to, because I really don't know how much I personally, and I know this is more of a divine thing that I'm doing, because it's not about what I want to do. I just don't know how much I personally align with that. Like, I do consider myself to be a divine feminine, but I don't know if I'm specifically on a twin flame journey, me personally. I just know I am unlocking my own divine femininity. And that's why I say I don't love to talk about twin flames, because I feel like it's not about the togetherness and the union like people think. It's about your individual journey to your own internal union. That's what I think. That's what I think. Okay, so I'm not going to shuffle these again. I'm going to pull some cards. Oh, amen. It's 9:54. All right. So what kind of work are we looking at? All right. 3 of Diamonds. Giving you the best that I've got. Boy, Spirit has a way of being like, you gonna do what the fuck I told you to do, though. I mean, because when I heard these people talking, and I was like, I feel like that's what I said this morning. And then another day I was like, that's what I said this morning. And then a third time I was like, God damn, that's what I said this morning. So I was like, well, I guess maybe that's what I'm doing. So, I mean, if that's what I'm doing, I need to just do it. I don't need to be like feeling some type of way about it, because I'm just a vessel for the divine to get information out here into the collective. And if that's what's happening, that's what's taking place, that's where people are focused. Like, I just have to do the work that I'm supposed to do. So judge me, feel some type of way about it. I don't know. I mean, this channel is called Divine Flow Radio. There's a reason why I chose that name, because I mean, I'm talking about divinity, and the number one topic among the divine is twin flames. Like, whatever. I'm just a vessel. Like I said, I'm not choosing this shit. Giving it to you, baby. Queen of Hearts. Ooh. Yeah. I don't want to take two. You're the best that I've got. I don't know. I just feel like this is going to change. Everything that I do is going to change based on what I'm talking about. I just want to see these feminines in their power. I want to see y'all in y'all's power. I'm tired of watching people, women specifically, make choices that don't serve them, but serve the men in their life. And then the man in your life is like, good, everything is perfect and fine still. And then he never does anything to adjust or change. So he's still the same person he was 15 to 20 years ago. And you're bored and miserable because you're not living the life that you were designed to live. You're not fulfilling your own purpose because you're being small and compact to accommodate this dude's feelings. And it's like, fuck all of that shit. Fuck that. 2 spades. Okay. So what we got? We got the 7 of Wands as the overall card. I'm not sure if this is a reverse or not. baby. Anyway, we got the Seven of Wands as the overall card. Again, talking about sustaining your position or holding on to what it is that you've got. And I wanted to know what kind of work is associated with this experience. Remember, we were talking about yesterday, go get your bag. Remember, I mentioned that a friend of mine did propose to his girlfriend. So that was pretty good. Beautiful thing. Like, this is somebody that I don't know. I never really thought that he would. I wouldn't say I never thought he would get married. But when I first met him, that's not what he was on, you know. And even up to like maybe last year, and he was like sort of still having some fear around getting married or being in a committed relationship. And I'm just so proud of him. And I'm pretty sure that he worked with another friend of mine who's a really good teacher for the fellas. And, you know, I would love to see him be able to help more of these guys because, you know, the only thing that fixes this community is togetherness, partnership. Or as the Three of Diamonds, Three of Pentacles speaks to collaboration. Collaboration, like bringing in your individual gifts, to a community or collective effort using love. We got the Queen of Hearts here, using love, love of self, love of others, divine love, and not being afraid to just go. So the work then is in learning how to collaborate, how to be a partner, how to work together in love, and be brave. So what else? Mm-hmm. I love you, baby. We got the Knight of Pentacles again, and Seven of Swords. Sometimes can be linked to hidden information or even being manipulative. Stop that shit. Stop that. Nothing else can compare. I really want this to be in the shot. I just don't have enough room like this. We're gonna have to just figure out how to rearrange the situation. But this is working for now. Okay. All right. So where's the work in learning to collaborate, being brave enough to just go, and to use love right here in order to build something sustainable. That's what I would say. Not necessarily how to hold on to it, because at this point it's new. But how do you get to the point? What's the work for you to get to the point to be able to sustain this thing that you are creating, whether it's a partnership or a career? Because a lot of time what you're supposed to be doing is working on your career and yourself. Hello, viewer. The Knight of Swords. The Fool in reverse. Like, no shit, you can't do the bravest thing you ever did. But you need to. And that's what I told my friend. I said, I'm proud of you because you took the first step towards the greatest thing that you'll ever do, is building a relationship with a woman. Like, it's okay for you to commit and be with a woman. Like, there's no shame in that. And that's the only way that this community is going to flourish. the whole arguments online about what women do and what men do, that needs to cease and desist. That's not what's going to grow this. That's not what's going to do it. Uh-oh. The Knight of Wands in reverse. And I'll take this too. Six of Wands. From beginning to end. Okay, so I guess what I'm seeing here is the work is really in, like we were talking about yesterday, building up that confidence to do brave things that are going to put you in the position where other people can see you and say, yes, I want to do that too. So, like, what do you need to do in order to become the type of person that feels confident enough to step out there and say, yeah, this is what I'm doing? You think I wanted to come on here and talk about damn twin flames? No. But that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So, like, what do you need to do to get confident enough to talk about what it is that you're supposed to be talking about? Could be anything, you know. Doesn't have to be twin flames. Could be something else. 365 days of the year. Oh, baby. Ooh. I mean, it's just like, it really boils down to, and I know I say this all the time, but like, stop worrying about what other people are going to say about what you do. Like, who can check you? Who can judge you? Nobody. Why are you giving so much power to outsiders? You're in control of you. You're supposed to be your own governor outside of the divine, of course. So why are you giving so much power to your mama or your grandma, your daddy, your cousins, your friends? Well, what they gonna say if I do that? Strangers on the internet. Well, what they gonna say if I do this? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? They don't even know you. They don't even know you to judge you. If you show them what you want to show them, you give them a piece. Okay, they make a judgment based on that. That's still not you. It's not the whole you. They're gonna judge me. The problem is you judging yourself. The Hermit card in reverse. So taking that time to spend with you to really learn who you are and what it is that you feel like you came here to do. That's the only way to get to the part where you can do the Fool. And, you know, yesterday I went by myself because I do a self date once a week. But the only way I got to the point where I understood myself and what I was supposed to be doing and was able to listen to spirit was by spending time with myself. Uninterrupted, you know, without drugs and alcohol. Because that was a big thing for me. I would be like, oh, I'm by myself. Let me get fucked up. So I was disconnected from the truth because I was fucked up. So it was distorted, you know. Temperance in reverse, out of balance, coming into the balance, accepting all parts of yourself, the masculine and the feminine parts. Who are you? What does each aspect of you mean? What is it like to do? What is it into? Integrating those parts. Integrating those parts. Like, I'm going to wear my hats. I'm going to wear hats. I'm going to talk my shit, you know. But I'm also going to wear my skirts and twirl and enjoy. But I mean, I have to get to the point where I was like, it's okay. Like, there was a part of me too that was like, I have to wear earrings every day because if I don't, I look like a boy. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But that was something that was plaguing me, you know, was this fear of looking like a boy. And it probably came from my name being spelled kind of like Michael because people call me Michael. So I'll be like, I'm a girl, and trying to express myself so much in this feminine way. But as I grew up, I also leaned towards the masculine, which was I got to be hard. I got to be safe and protected because people want to attack me when I'm soft. So I can't be soft. So I had to do a lot of work to bring all of those parts of myself back together because they had been just so distorted, so splintered. And it was like the shit was everywhere. But like, sometimes I got to bring in Mike. Sometimes I need to bring down the hammer. Sometimes I need to be like, no, we're not doing that. And then other times I need to be like, of course, thank you. I'm right here for that. Thank you. Yes, be giving. Because that's the thing is like, in order for you to be at the balance, you need to be able to give and receive. And that means you need to be able to operate from your masculine energy, which is giving, and your feminine energy, which is receiving. And I was really struggling to operate in my feminine energy, which was what was allowing people to give to me and to support me. So like there's a so yes, the astro business consultant yesterday, she had asked on Instagram, which I already knew this, but she said, where is your Venus and what's the sign and the degree? And so I told her and she just let me know. She was like, yeah, part of this is you wanting to do everything by yourself because you don't like to be submissive. And that's so a thing. It's like I feel like if somebody is on top of me, then of course I'm not in control. And I see that in a lot of my clients too. Like they won't allow people to help them because they're like, no, I got it. And when you talk about receiving, they get very like, that's something wrong with that. Like almost like that's gay. But you've got to be able to receive in order to receive so that you can achieve. Like honestly, like people think that they can make money and they can have flourishing businesses, but then they don't know how to open up to receive the money, the clients, the anything that's coming in that way. Come on. All right, so yes, being in balance, learning to give and receive. Body soul. That's a good song too. I remember my dad bought that CD and we were like, all right, Anita. All right, Anita. Oh my God. The Eight of Swords. It's you. Letting yourself out of the self-induced prison. Letting yourself come out of the self-induced prison that you have created to refuse to receive because you're not ever going to be in a space of submission. No one's ever going to be above me. I'm always going to be on top. I had an ex, not going to lie, one time told me, hey, I'm supposed to be on top. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. He did not fuck good. So I wanted to be on top, of course, because I was trying to get off, right? When he said that to me, that just really triggered something in me. Like that's the thing is like it only takes one thing and then I'm ready to be like, I'm about to plan my exit because I can't deal with this shit. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm supposed to be on top? You're supposed to be on top. Who is supposed to be on top? Like, it's supposed to be. Everybody should be able to enjoy. Sometimes I'm on top. Sometimes you're on top. Whatever. You gonna be on top every time. We're gonna do missionary every time. Like, and you expect people to be happy with this. But then also he was a cheater. You know why? Because really, if he would have been doing the thing that would have satisfied him, which was letting me get on top, he probably would have been more happy. But that's what people do. They put themselves in a position to be dissatisfied. and they do stupid shit, and then they want to be in your inbox years later, like, I just wanted to know. No, no, it's not. We can't. Bye bye. Stupidity. I apologize. I'm supposed to be on top, sir. 8 of Cups. All right, so here's the work. Spending some time by yourself to come to terms with what you need to bring into balance in order for you to do new and brave things. And you need to go on a long journey of self-discovery. So that's what the hermit mode is, that brings everything into balance, allows you to come out of that prison. Because once you have done the long journey, then you're able to come out as you. So of course, in the beginning, you're going to be afraid. You're going to be hiding. You're going to be like, I don't want anybody to know what I like to do or who I am. I don't want them to see it. And you won't show. Which is fine. Like, nobody's saying that you have to tell everybody everything, but you do have to take that journey in order for you to be free. That's what it's about. That's the work. Yeah, I don't even know how I got here. I don't know how I got here. I just went on a long journey. I really just wanted to feel good. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to be able to make better choices in my life. I wanted to be able to serve myself. I wanted to be able to be a good mom. And now I'm on here talking about I think I'm supposed to be talking about twin flames. Like, that's how it happens. Like, you don't really know all of what you are supposed to be doing until you kind of start. Until you start. But like, I don't have no shame about it. I wouldn't be the first person on here talking about some damn twin flames. It's just outside of what I ever did. And, I kind of pride myself on being like, I ain't tripping on no man, because I'm not. And I feel like the twin flame community is about tripping on some man. Like, no, dude. It's not about that. It's not about that. It shouldn't be about that. It should be about you tripping on you until you feel like you're in the balance. That's what it should be about. So maybe that's my work. It's changing it. I don't know. Because I don't like it. Just hold on, divine feminine. Your masculine is fuck that motherfucker right now. Like, worry about you. Like, get yourself in line. If you're in line, if you're at the balance, you're not worried about whether or not this man is going to come in at the rate that you want him to come in. That's my problem. I have such an issue with putting yourself in a position to be like waiting and begging for somebody to heal. You cannot do that. You got to go on and do your thing. You got to go do your thing. If that's what's meant for you, if that is your divine partner for real, then they will align with you. They will do what they need to do to be with you. Otherwise, just go do you. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, and trust where you're led. I think I want to read that. I have to go pee. I just went to the bathroom. I'm going to go meet a hairstylist, and I'm going to go to lunch. Star Brothers, Horse Energy, Protection, Loyalty, Safety, and Trust. Okay, I'm going to read these two. Ley lines are invisible pathway. Ley lines are invisible pathways on the land along which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune into them with our subtle senses, also known as spirit paths. They've been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine, and they link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aboriginal culture, song lines were the paths traveled by the creator beings as they made the land and sea during the dreaming. Okay. These paths were recorded in the traditional songs and dances of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and to travel safely across great distances. Many believe that as we visit such sacred points on earth, something is activated within us. Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or to tend the land you live on, to honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers or spirit or nature spirits of that land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to hold you. The fruits provide more nourishment, and the guardians watch over you. Hmm. I guess that could have, or that could be associated with that Eight of Cups long journey card, because it is about, well, and I think too, like taking this Hermit card and the Temperance card about coming to balance. Sometimes those moments where we spend alone and we're with ourselves, we're having to do this journey home to who we really were before, things came out of balance. So, yes. All right, let's see what the Star Brothers got to say. You're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart, not the back of your heart, to receive in the back. Okay. Oh, guess what the next slide says? You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. Yep. We've learned that we need to go at life alone, that it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe. Even if you're going through a difficult time, they want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's up and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. Oh my God. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, again, the top card that I pulled here was the Queen of Hearts. And we already talked about, too, having trouble receiving or not being the top. Like, in order for you to move forward and advance in this life, and even especially if you're on a divine journey, whether it's twin flames or otherwise, you have to be able to receive support from the divine. You have to be able to go and ask for support from the divine and then be open to receiving it. Because what happens is people want support from the divine, but then they're like, nah, I don't trust you. You don't trust the divine. If you don't trust the divine, you need to figure out why. You need to figure out what happened in your life that made you feel like there was no God, or that God is wrong, or that God hurts you, or that God doesn't love you. And I know what it was for me. My dad died, when I was 16, and I was like, this can't possibly be love. I don't know what this is about, but this does not feel like love. And I've been good and I haven't done anything to anybody. And I keep running into, and actually I hadn't had that many issues at that point. Actually, that's not true. I had a lot of things happen to me. But that was really like what iced my cake. It was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And I was like, really, nigga, fuck you. You know, And in order for me to get to this point, I had to return to love. I had to go on the long journey that allowed me to see that the things that happened in my life were for me to have my experience so that I could come later and talk about it and say, well, this is what I've been through and this is what it means. This is what it's for. It's not for me to be talking about being a victim. It's not to victimize you, it's for your growth, you know. But you can't ask for support, blessings, and love, but then also be mistrusting of the energy that you're asking to protect, love you, and bless you. What's wrong with you? It's kind of like when you're in a relationship or whenever you're just human and you don't trust people and you have somebody who's trying to love you unconditionally. And when they're coming to you, bringing you things, or trying to support you, you're going like this to them, pushing back on them, or just not being open. How can I love you if you don't let me in? Wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Liberation. Free yourself. Listen, maybe I should take one more of these. I don't know. No, I'm not going to get more of this. All right. Oh, okay. Liberation is the codependency card. It's time to liberate yourself from toxic people who might have been soft and seductive in life once, but are now smothering you. The girl of liberation was once seduced by the soft embrace of the swan, but now its deathly gaze. Can you see it? But now its deathly gaze signifies all life is gone, and she is trapped by its snake like coils, crushing her essence. It's time to unwind the tentacles wrapped around you, be they those of lovers, family members, and any people with intimate access to you. Recognize who is lifting you and who is pulling you down. The tentacles might also be that of a job or learning environment. It's time to move on when liberation appears. In a situation of codependency, remember you are holding each other back. So although you may feel that you owe it to another to stay and continue, I feel like I talked about that yesterday. Liberation reminds you that it is not only you who is being held back, it is the other person too. Take action for yourself and them. Oh, they got a whole ritual in here. Oh my God, they're talking about doing some real magic. Hmm, interesting. They have a doll that you're supposed to wrap in red cord or yarn as many times as you can until it's bound, and then every morning just focus on what you need to be free from, and then just unwind it a little bit until it's all the way unbound. Now that is some serious shit. Okay. All right. But yeah, I mean, I think we talked about that already, just saying that like doesn't matter what your family thinks or your lovers or whoever, like, because some of y'all might be in relationships with people that you went to um because you have a great need for just attention, period. Like this might not even be somebody that you actually want to be in a relationship with. It's just who was paying you attention at the time. So you're over there like, look, I don't even like this person. Or, I've been there too. You'd be like, oh, what am I doing over here? What am I doing right here? You're there because you don't know how to pay attention to yourself. So you're with them because they paid you attention. And what you think you need is attention. So take the time to let these individuals know I no longer want to do this because this relationship doesn't sustain me. And I need to go on a journey of self-discovery. And, maybe we're for each other, maybe we're not. If at the end of the day we end up back together, cool. If not, then it wasn't for us. But like, that's probably not your forever boo. Probably not your forever boo. All right, let's get a number and a circle of life, and then I'm leaving. Personal growth. What happened to the music? I've been on here for a while, so it's probably like, are you still listening? Yes, I am. Let me pick a different one, though. All right. And that's a Google commercial. I saw it yesterday. Is it sorry? Oh, it's sorry. So they're going to play 2 ads. Awesome. All right. So we've got personal growth. This card indicates a time of significant growth and improvement when you are being encouraged to be the best you can be. This is a time to ask yourself, who am I? What do I want from my life? And what is preventing me from achieving it? I feel like that's what this entire reading has been about. When you ask yourself these questions, observe whatever comes up, then acknowledge your mental and physical limitations. Set realistic goals for overcoming them and take the necessary steps to follow through. With desire and determination, you can reach your full potential. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to investigate anything that helps raise your conscious awareness and enhances your self-esteem. It may be a book, CD, online seminar, workshop, health program, yoga practice, or meditation, or it may be working with an energy worker, therapist, or life coach, like myself. Hey, long time no see. Greetings. Great day. A step in this direction, regardless of what it is, will set you up for life. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. That's not what we read yesterday, but that like there was something that said that yesterday. Anyway, as you improve yourself, you improve your quality of life. As you raise your awareness, you align yourself with source. This is all you need to make your dreams come true. So that's why I say, like, I have issues with the twin flame community traditionally, because I feel like the information that is put out there is very rarely focused on improvement, a self-improvement. It's all this is how you get to union, and this is how you do this. I don't like that shit. So when I found out I'm supposed to be associated with it, it bothered me because that's not how I operate. I really believe that it is your individual journey that brings you to inner union, and then the things in your life start to unfold and change. That's what I think. So when your focus is on, like, I'm gonna draw a picture of this. I feel when your focus is on this person that you believe to be your partner and what they're not doing, you are not taking care of what you need to be taken care of in your life. You're not going to do what it is that you came here to do. You're not creating your business. You're not creating your brand. You're not out here taking care of your kids. You're not keeping your home together. You're squarely focused on what this other party is not doing that is keeping y'all from being together. But here's the part. The thing that's keeping you from being together is you not being focused on what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. So yes, your own growth is the key. Your own growth is the key. All right, I'm going to get a circle of life card, and then where are them cards? And now I can't even find them. Now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I just tucked it in here yesterday. All right. I'm going to get one of these, and then I'm going to leave because I have to, like I said, I have to go meet a hairstylist to talk about custom cuts. For those who don't know, I am a marketing specialist, And I'm working with custom cuts because we are trying to grow that brand and build some brand awareness. And we're trying to create a culture of beauty partners who are ready to work mobily, whether you're a braider, stylist, nail technician, barber, lash tech, esthetician, we want you. Okay? Anybody can do this as long as they're licensed in their state as they need to be. It's different for every state. Oh, that did not work. All right, let's see. What are we going to get from these cards? I mean, I think it just goes back to every day. It goes back to a lack of self-love, a lack of self-awareness. You know, get into your self ship. Like, I go by myself, like I said. And then yesterday somebody was like, no invite. No. Why would I invite you to my self date? Why would I invite you to a place that I'm spending time with myself exclusively? I matter. That would be like me inviting an extra person on a date with me and my partner. I'm not going to do that either. You know, I'm not going to do that either. The Tower. The Tower. The Tower. Like I told y'all yesterday too, if you don't do what you're supposed to do or you don't follow the call, then the tower is going to fall. And that's how it's designed. It says 2 demons tear into a stone tower. They toss the pieces of the wreckage down upon the world. They don't look very scary to me. The castle on the image is being torn apart. It will not last and cannot provide adequate protection for the inhabitants any longer. The demons use their hands to rip into the stone and drop large chunks down below. They do it swiftly, and they do not seem to have a pattern to their destruction. It will be swift and total. The tower reminds us of the instability of the old and turn it into new works. And then this card says the meaning is destruction is temporary. Tear down that which no longer helps you. Yeah. I mean, at which point are you going to get tired? Yesterday, a message came to me kind of about like people doing the same thing over and 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 over again and always making the same choice that doesn't serve them. And I was like, it's giving me the chips got left open overnight and they're already stale. But yet we're going to try to keep eating them. Like, why do you keep trying to eat stale chips? They don't taste good. You don't think that you deserve fresh chips? You know, you enjoy old chips. The air has been all in it. I had once had an ex break up with me too, and he told me that the relationship was stale. And the first thing I saw, this was when I was in high school, was a bag of chips that had been left open. I was like, that is so cold. But I can understand why he said that because it had gotten very monotonous and we were teenagers. Like, what the fuck was we going to do extra, you know? But that's what I see is just like kind of going through the motions and living the same exact life and really keeping yourself from letting new people in who can come in and infuse joy and color into your experience. And I think it just goes back to needing to spend time by yourself, come to balance, allowing yourself to leave that self induced prison and taking the long journey that allows you to become brave enough to sustain what it is that you are meant to be building here. So that other people, just like we said yesterday, can see you as a leader so they can follow you. So you can be giving them the guidance that they need. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be building here, you're not building it. You're not doing your work. And whatever it is that has your focus, it's probably time for you to turn away from it, just even for a little bit. It doesn't have to be forever. But how much has your obsession with not having helped you to get it? Is really the question. Probably not at all. So try something different. Okay. All right. I'm about to go. So I can get ready to go to this meeting. But I thank you for being here. I know this was a little bit different. I was talking about twin flames and shit. But that's what I feel like I'm supposed to be talking about. But I'm not going to be talking about it in a traditional way where I'm like, your divine masculine is wanting you to. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I want you to do what you need to do for you. They're going to be all right. At some point, there will be somebody, I don't know who it is, somebody will come into the public view that is like out here like, hey, y'all need to get it together. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. Until that time, we're not going to worry about them. You know, that's just how I operate. I just feel like it's been too much focus on how to get them. How to get them. Like, let's talk about how to get you. Let's talk about how to get you right. Let's talk about how to get feminines on the level. Because, I mean, if we look at the journey, the way we're supposed to be looking at it, the feminine is the leader. So if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then your partnership, your counterpart is going to be stuck too. If that's how you see it, if that's how you believe it. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, this is new for me, just talking about it because I really didn't want to. But I have to do what spirits say do. So that's what I'm doing. So it's going to be interesting to see how things evolve for me as I talk about that a little bit more. All right, so I hope y'all have a good day. If you need anything, you know how to find me. If you don't know how to find me, drop a comment on the video and I will respond to you and I will let you know how to talk to me. Okay. All right. So I'll see you later. Don't be a self-hater. Bye-bye.